What up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino. I want to shout out to my homie Christian, man, who gave me this shirt. This shirt is representative of his clothing line and the things he has going on. I would definitely put a link in because he's made a lot of shirts for me in the past. And if you're in the city of Houston, um, I would urge you to support the homie, man. But I'll touch on this again later on without a doubt, because we definitely gonna rep for him. But I want to talk to y'all today about um, how it's not a good thing to, when you going through something, you want to deflect what you've done off of yourself. So you mention somebody else who may have done something similar or is doing something or something else, and you take it off of you put it on somebody else to take it off of you. Not cool, man. Accountability is a word that we hear a lot. We hear it used a lot in terms of all aspects of life. And accountability just simply means, man, just claiming whatever it is you did, facing up to whatever it is you did, whatever it is you said, whatever the move that was made. If you know in your heart you are responsible for making that move, then you got to stand up to whatever flames and arrows that are gonna be sent your way. Um, Sometimes people in fear, out of weakness, out of panic, when they are in the flames, they'll try to mention somebody else and what they did. That's what we did as children. You get in trouble when you was young, and then the parent says, well, why did you do that? I'm gonna tie you up, boy. And then you go, well, Johnny did the other day. Johnny did it. Nah, we ain't talking about Johnny right now. Talking about you. And unfortunately, that behavior has actually carried over for many of us into adulthood, where we get in a bad situation, and a lot of times they are serious situations. Because when you get older, the stakes become higher. So now you've done something really out of pocket, and then you revert right back to childhood and start talking about somebody else that may have did what you did, or somebody else again that's doing something, a different type of act, but it had nothing to do with you, and you don't have anything to do with them. You just want to do anything you can to shift the focus off of you. That's not how it works in real life. They're going to hear you say whatever you got to say about that person, and then they're going to go, okay, yeah, just like when you was young, but we ain't talking about him. We talking about you. And unfortunately, a lot of people who have done that to try to deflect something off of themselves and by mentioning somebody else, unfortunately, there have been instances where the person you shift that attention to has gotten pulled into it, got jammed up. Whether it be situations where you were with somebody, all of y'all was doing something, committing a crime together, and you was the one that got caught, and they decided I'm gonna let you know everybody else with me. Nah, you gotta stand on yours, man. You stood on it when you did it. Now, when the weight comes down, you got to try to hold that up. And it's honor in that, regardless of the act that you committed that was messed up. You own up to that. You pray for forgiveness for that from God and whoever you wronged, and hope that both will find it in their heart to forgive you. Uh, but to face up to what you did and have that accountability, it's a level of honor in that. Not in what you did, and you still don't necessarily, I'll say you, I'm saying we still don't necessarily deserve no pats on the back for standing up to it, but it's just the right thing to do. It's like I say, well, man, he's a great father. He takes care of his children. Yeah, that's what he's supposed to do. So yeah, that's what you're supposed to do when you make when you mess up like that. But we're not praising you for the act. We're just saying, yeah, you did the right thing to stand up to it. It's real weak to slide somebody else up under the bus, or to try to drag somebody else into the water with you. You know, while the sharks is eating you up. It's like, nah, man. Don't do that. Don't do that. And it speaks to your character too. Because, again, there's a situation where people are watching. People on the sideline, like, they know what you did, like, especially if it's public. Especially if it's public. If it's public, people are looking, watching on the internet, on the radio, TV, and they're like, okay, what is he going to say? What is he going to do? And they know all of the details involved. And then you keep your mouth shut and you're like, oh, okay, all right, well, he stood on his. Compared to the one that starts just rattling off names and throwing everybody in it, man. That's not good. That's not good. Now, at the root of it all, man, you know, you shouldn't be out there doing nothing crazy anyway. You know, we need to be found chilling anyway. You know, but if you're going to make the move and the decision to get out there and go wild, then you got to be ready to accept whatever comes to you. You know, whatever comes to you, you know, if that moment comes where they jam you up. So don't try to take the attention off yourself by pointing out somebody else's flaws or somebody else's action, starting from childhood all the way into adulthood. And instill that in your children because, like I said, a lot of adults do it because they did it when they was young. All right, man, this your big brother K-Rino. Again, man, shout out to the homie Christian for the love, man, with the HTX brand. Coming soon. And I'll be interviewing the homie as well, man. So I'll catch y'all a little bit later on, man. Go subscribe to the Underground Dialogue Podcast. Episode 10 is up. So if you rock with me, go over there and rock with the podcast. It's still all me. All right. Peace and love.